Doncaster Rovers came into the 2012-13 season full of renewed optimism. The Rovers had a disappointing campaign the previous year, and Dean Saunders' new look side would be hoping to have more luck this time. There were many new faces and new heroes would emerge as the season went on, but nobody could envisage what was about to happen.
Here at the Bescott Stadium today, though, things are about to get serious. Now's the time to put the pride back into Doncaster Rovers. The season starts here. Just knocks it off for Tommy Spur in the left-back position. Forward to Kyle Bennett. Spur again. Long ball into the D. Brown peels off his man. Lays it off for Painter. First chance. Left-footed. Across Brown. Goal! 1-0. First shot on goal. Doncaster Rovers lead. The perfect start to League One.
Oh, we're in business, Paul, aren't we, just? What a move that was.
Jamie McComb slips as he clears it. Sayers does well to win it back. Cottrell with a long ball. He's gone for the shot. He's scored! An absolute stunner from David Cottrell from about 60 yards out on the far side. It's one of the best goals you'll see in League One this season. I thought it was an overhead pass. David Cottrell has scored the goal of the season. 2-0 Rovers.
Oh my word! He can't be any more than about 5 yards inside the Walsall half. And I thought, where's he hit that? Dare I say he's gone for it? Incredible.
Tommy Spur, long ball from him, looking for the winner, Chris Brown, who gets there first and holds it up well. Finds Kyle Bennett now, attacking the angle of the box, comes inside. This is Bennett's range. There's the curler, there's the goal, and there is the second stunning goal of the afternoon. 3-0 to Rovers. Have some of that. Kyle Bennett, that is his goal, isn't it? That is his trademark goal. Cutting in from the left, curling it into the bottom corner. Look at the smiles on Doncaster faces.
It's awesome. It's awesome from Kyle Bennett. That oh dear, what a goal, what a finish.
Rovers started the League One campaign with back-to-back wins against Walsall on the opening day and Bury in the first home match at the Keepmoat before defeat to Crawley. Dean Saunders' new side found themselves just a point adrift of the early League One pacesetters Yeovil Town at the end of August.
Corner flag. Blizzard offering an option. Here's Ayling again. Left foot cross towards the far post. Reed is there, free header, and against the crossbar. Hayter is there, headed away by Jones. That was surely Yeovil's best chance. Ruben Reed, header back across goal against the crossbar. Hayter following in. Jones was always going to be favourite though with Cottrell. Here's Quinn again on halfway on this near side for Doncaster. Into the feet of Cottrell again with his red flash boots, getting down the side of Blizzard, crossing him well as well. Header towards goal is from Painter, and he felt there was a handball that should have been given against Hines. Now this is an opportunity possibly here for Yeovil Town over halfway. Bath have now levelled it up at 15-all against Worcester. Here's Upson into the path of Ruben Reed on the far side in a crossing position. Crossed it in right-footed. Hayter arriving, and it's a goal! James Hayter head zone against his former club. He turns away, he doesn't celebrate. But boy, the Yeovil fans are celebrating because Hayter takes no risk with the second opportunity. Now here's Ruben Reed. Yeovil Town are through here, surely. Down the left-hand side, here's Upson. In towards the penalty area, tries to tee up Marsh Brown inside the area, towards goal. And deflected wide for a corner.
And big Rob Jones will play as a centre forward for the last 7 minutes of this game.
Oh, now it's a header backwards, and here's Ugu through on goal, chipping it over the goalkeeper, and it's against the post and in. It goes in. Collectively holding their breaths, the Yeovil fans, as the ball bounced towards the goal. It looked like it might have been drifting wide. Ugu chipping it over the goalkeeper Woods.
It's an afternoon if Ayling could have scored his first ever goal.
His Sires coming forward, plays it to Hume, towards the far post, towards goal, and they have a goal back, Doncaster Rovers. Painter scores. The Doncaster Rovers fans are celebrating. It might be too little too late.
too far in front of Baldry. Now, Cottrell plays it forward. A decent ball too. Brown plays it inside. There's a chance. Beautifully finished. A really good finish by Hume. The ball played in quickly. The finish clinical. No real chance for Allsop. It was across him. And a well-placed shot. Now this is Bennett. Took a deflection. Out it comes. Spur. Bennett again. Managed to get across in there too. This is a real chance for number 2. And it's gone in. Cottrell the scorer. Right, across it goes. That was over the line, wasn't it? They have a free kick. In it comes. It's a good chance. Oh, it's brushed against the woodwork, I think. Missed by a coat of paint.
September saw the steady start to the season continue with impressive away victories at Colchester and Leyton Orient. A resilient Rovers ground out a 0-0 draw in the first South Yorkshire derby of the season at Bramall Lane. Despite only one defeat in the month, a mixed bag of results saw Rovers slip into mid-table.
Plays it over to David Cottrell on that far side, linking up with Bennett, the two of them. Bennett attacking the edge, finds Cottrell in the box, goes down, blatant penalty, and he's given it. The referee thought about it for a second, and absolutely no doubt in my mind, Tom, I'm sure you agree. David Cottrell going down, and a trailing leg just left in there. Penalty Doncaster. Straight away, as soon as the decision was given, he's put it down on the spot. We've played 2.5 minutes at the Keepmoor. Talked about a perfect afternoon for football. What a perfect start this would be. Billy Painter up against Chris Wheel. Steps up, scores it, no doubt about it. Billy Painter wheels away to celebrate. What a start.
Well, that's as emphatic a finish you're likely to see. I thought Chris Wheel was just showing Billy Painter a bit to one side of his goal. Billy just absolutely smashed that in the roof of the net. And Gary Woods has received so many back passes, it's untrue.
All over the top from Martis for Hume, tries the lob over the keeper, just a yard wide of the far post. So unlucky Ian Hume. Target lurking at that near post, marked by Shelton Martis. There's all sorts of wrestling going on, and he's given a penalty. Well, that was 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, really. Well, that was my take on it anyway, but Steve Howard has won the penalty. Neil Austin, the fullback, is the man who's claimed the ball, put it down on the spot and preparing to take it, scores it, sends Gary Woods the wrong way. Well, you can sense the relief among the Victoria Park locals. Quickly taken free kick from the Rovers. Kyle Bennett gets the cross in. Jones, it's in! It's there at the back post! Massive celebrations for the Rovers! They've got the leveller. It's Captain Colossus.
The corporal nods it in.
Harper just plays it out to Paul Quinn. One or two signs that James Harper's starting to get more involved in this game. Gets the ball back off Paul Quinn. Has to go back to Shelton Martis. Again, one or two grumbles, Tom. Oh, and then a terrible back pass. Martis, Donaldson steals in and puts it an inch wide of the post. What a chance for Clayton Donaldson. What a mistake by Shelton Martis with the back pass. 90 seconds left of normal time at the end of an intriguing first half, Tom.
Oh, it's flown by, absolutely flown by. And just these last 5 minutes or so, that the sun's come out and it looks quite low and bright. And you just wonder whether we should be testing the keeper with a few more high balls. He hasn't got a cap on. I know it's a bit mean-spirited, but you'd do anything really.
Jones' ball forward, intercepted. Here comes Forshaw. One through the middle, Douglas. He's picked him out. Perfect ball. And Douglas in off the underside of the bar. 1-0 to the Bees. Jones provides an option. He goes forward to Sayers. Here's Jones, left-footed ball towards the edge of the box. Logan and Bennett go up, headed away by the defender. Sayers gets his head and it drops to Cottrell on the far side. Comes inside, fancies it, look, fancies a goal, fancies a goal. Take a bow, David Cottrell. What an absolutely stunning strike. And David Cottrell, didn't we just say it?
It was. That's what it was going to have to take. You know, away Rossler, hands on heads, it was going to have to take something special, and that is out the top drawer from a player who has been, you know, Rovers' best player all afternoon. And we said at the start of the programme that there's not much to call between these two sides. You know, toss of a coin game is this.
There's Cottrell, lovely ball over the top for Painter. Can he get on it? Takes it down. Painter in on goal, and a brilliant bit of defending in the end by Harley Dean to get back. He's going to drop Tommy Spurge to shoot from distance, feeds it out to Martin Woods, left-footed cross from him, headed away by that man Dean again. Spur back out to Martin Woods. What a finish at the keep mode. Woods, Painter, yeah! Billy Painter with the goal. Oh my word, they've done it again. They've come from behind again.
I don't know how they do it, Paul. This is ridiculous. Oh, what a header by Painter, gets in there.
Absolutely incredible scenes at the keep mode, a game that Doncaster.
After a disappointing home defeat to Preston, October was to become a pivotal month in Rovers' season. Wins over highly fancied Brentford and Notts County, topped by a dramatic last-minute victory at leaders Tranmere, saw Rovers begin to establish themselves as promotion contenders, ending the month in the playoff positions. It's a Rovers free kick midway inside the Portsmouth half. Coxall takes it short towards. Looks to shakes to the shot. It's a great save from Anderson. Tips it over the bar from a fantastic strike from Martin Wood. Let's cross the ball in. Ian Hume arrives near post and it's 1-0 Rovers.
from Spur towards Jones, over his head, bounces just foul off the line by Cliff Byrne, I think he was, coming in at the back post.
Oh well, doesn't matter, we got the free kick nonetheless. Got to make sure it's, you know, tip top, and all it needs is a touch. It's right on where you want it, where you can just drop it.
He's taking a quick one, Cottrell, he's done it! He's done it, David Cottrell! He's put it in, he's took the quick free kick, and Doncaster have scored. They've took the upper hand in these last few minutes, and they've made the most of it. David Cottrell again.
There's all me saying where you should plant it. It doesn't matter, he's planted it in the place which matters most. The back of the net, caught everyone off guard. I would be fuming if I was any Oldham player or management.
Well, that's eaten up 30 seconds of the allotted 4 anyway. Now Hume has gone through Brown, and a booking now for Ian Hume, who's appealing with the Oldham player to get up. He's pulling him to the ground, he needs to be careful, Hume. Now the keeper's pushed him over. Now there's a red card. It's all kicked off. It's all rather pathetic, to be honest. Now Hume needs to walk away, Ian Hume. The goalkeeper's been sent off for pushing Ian Hume to the deck. Brown and Hume are going at loggerheads still. Cottrell's involved, Brown's having a word. Well, the goalkeeper has almost been on a one-man mission to get sent off in the last few minutes. A yellow card, oh, he's off as well. Hume's been sent off. He's shown him 2 yellows. He's shown Ian Hume 2 yellows, presumably for the foul, the original foul, and then for his antics with Connor Brown.
Rovers suffered a slow start to November after back-to-back home defeats to Crewe and Bournemouth. Despite these losses, the team fought back to win 4 on the bounce, and this impressive run saw Rovers finish the month joint top of the table, upping the pressure on Tranmere.
Rovers travel to the county ground this afternoon and hope to get 3 points against Paolo Di Canio's Swindon Town. A win for Rovers this afternoon will take them top of the league above Tranmere Rovers, but Swindon are also looking for the 3 points to try and climb into the top 6. The ball's played through, but Jones has missed it and Williams has 3 in the box. He plays it square and Matt Ritchie's going to score, and it's 1-0 Swindon Town. Matt Ritchie the scorer. Husband plays the ball down the line to Bennett. And offers the 1-2, and he gets the ball back, and now he's got a chance to cross the ball in. It's a tame cross, but it's Danny Hollins has put it into the back of his own net. It was a tame ball from Husband, but it's now 1-1. It's a ball in from the left. It's met by Chris Martin, free header, he's at the post, and Matt Ritchie to follow up. It's a great recovery from Gary Wolf there to keep the score at 1-1. It's a long ball forward, it's met by Flint, it's chested down the area. And Chris Martin's free, he's hit a bar, and it's headed behind by David Cottrell. It's a free kick about 30 yards out, which shapes a hit, and he does. It's a great save from Gary Wolf to palm it behind. The Rovers have ground out a great 1-0 draw at Swindon Town.
right on the spot. Cottrell will be to take. Whips it in perfectly. There's Jones, he's hit the post. Jones, he's put it past the keeper. Rovers are 1-0 up in Lancashire. Rob Jones, who else? Mostly on the deck in the right areas. Wabara leaves it to Baxter. What can he produce? Square ball to ground is the answer. Back into Nchangwa, he's got plenty of space, lashes it. Oh, what a goal! What a strike from Yusuf Nchangwa! All of 25 yards. Gary Woods had no chance. He boots the Hornets in celebration, cushions it in his midriff and plays it with his left foot out towards Husband. Now what can Rovers do? The time's nearly up. James Husband, will he shoot? Husband stings the fingers of Bouzanis. It was a relatively easy shot to save. 3 minutes left. Spur tosses it in. Says a score! Skyers has nicked it at the death. You knew it was coming. You knew the Rovers were going to try and edge this right at the death. They've done it again. Dave Sayers is the match winner for Doncaster, you'd think.
Rovers suffered their worst defeat of the season during the Christmas period after a 4-1 loss to Coventry City. However, in true Rovers fashion, the month ended on a high after a last-minute Dave Sayers winner at Oldham, followed by a comfortable 3-0 victory at Deepdale, saw the promotion challenge continue.
McMahon really can hit a ball. Up he steps, clips it, it's over the bar. Oh, great save, sorry. Gary Woods, it was just dipping under the bar, last minute dip, and Woods palms it over the top. Just settled down as this game, as a couple of goals have gone in around the country. Crawley are leading at home to Colchester, as you'd perhaps expect, as Hume plays the ball forward in search of size. He's going to be taken out by the keeper, surely. It's as clear a penalty as you will ever see. Will George Long survive? Yes, is the answer. Yellow card for the Blades goalkeeper. The referee making sure everyone's back. Billy Painter from 12 yards. Scores! Rovers take the lead at the Keepmoat. 1-0. The chicken dance is out.
Typical, really. I think if, well, not just of Chris Morgan, but I think of any manager. I think if you know they're centre half on a yellow card, you'd think, what's up?
Rovers have just hit the post, and Cottrell. Rovers are just about to score. It's incredible. Penalty again now.
So we're going to take one, surely.
Cottrell whips it in. Sayers in the flicker. Rovers have scored. David Sayers, 3 games in a row, doubles the advantage. We said, how many times do we get that chance and stick it away? We've done it this time. Sayers the goal scorer. Rovers in Derby Day dreamland.
I called it. I know. I said, wasn't going to give us this amount of chances to put the ball into the box like that. And you've got
back to Cottrell. It's Hugh through on goal. Slides it past the keeper. Will he go in? No, he won't. I got all my words mixed up and jumbled as Higginbotham cleared off the line. It was a great header forward by Jones. It landed at Hume, it was, rather than Cottrell. 12 minutes left, Chris, and we're 2-0 up at home, and yet Dave Sayers is wanting to apply the pressure, and really force the issue.
Him and Hume, really. Ian Hume this season has really impressed me with the fact that...
Oh, there's a chance, there's a penalty shout. It's going to be given. It looked innocuous enough. Joe Ironside. The ball was played long by Long, and Ironside tricked his way into the box. Now what's the referee's card colour going to be? Is he going to even things up? I thought I saw a flash of red in his pocket. It's yellow for Andy Griffin. It was Blackman, left-footed, steps up, sends Woods the wrong way. 2-1, the Blades are back in this. Put this game in some sort of doubt. There's a bit of argy-bargy between McMahon and Painter. Not really sure what happened there. I think Painter was late in the tackle. Oh, he sent him off. No, referee, I'm afraid you've got that wrong, Mr. Cook. No, that's not a red card. Painter caught McMahon late. McMahon kicked out back at him, but Billy Painter sees red at the keepmoat. 3 minutes to go, and this afternoon, well, one more turn and it could go badly wrong. It is backs to the wall as we enter the final minute, clipped in towards the penalty spot. Will the Rovers player get? There's players throwing themselves left, right, and centre. The ball, it pops up. I thought that was heading goalwards. Matt Hill, the ball comes to, flicked in by Doyle. It's at the feet of Kitson. He's a bit slow. Will he go under the challenge? Kitson through on goal. Kitson,
what a save
by Woods. What a save! It falls to Hill. Hill lashes it across off the post. Kitson in. You knew it. They've stolen it at the death. Oh, they've equalised at the death. You knew it. Never write Sheffield United off, because they will do damage to you.
Had to be him. Had to be.
This game has changed dramatically. Doncaster Rovers concede in the last minute of the game. It's Dave Kitson who comes back to wreak havoc at the keepmoat once again. Really done a job as Hume round the corner to Sinclair, gets the shot away. Oh, it was nearly the perfect opening for the new boy. Emile Sinclair round the corner from Hume. Clipping in from halfway, looking for Jones. Jones wins the header, wins the flick on towards Hume. Hume to finish, saved by the keeper Cousins. It was, well, wasn't that powerfully struck by Hume.
It's playing as if thought we were going to play at the start of the season.
Cottrell cuts in. Cottrell, can he score? Can he put it in the top corner? Oh, he scored! Dave Cottrell, this game isn't over. This game isn't over. He rips off his shirt. Steve Crushman in front celebrates. He's a Middlesbrough fan. Dave Cottrell kills it in the top corner for his 10th goal of the season. Rovers might nick the 3 points. Close to the death. They haven't deserved it, Chris Donald. But my, who's bothered? We said he was going to take someone with a bit of quality to finish them off, and he's just come. Dave Cottrell, take a bow.
Coombs swinging the ball in, looking for Chris Brown. Rob Jones is still up there, headed clear by number 5 Scott Cuthbert, headed back in to James Coppinger on the edge of the 18-yard box, and shot there, brilliant shot there by Cottrell again. Cottrell trying one of his specials from 25 yards, and Jamie Jones in the Orient goal had to be alert there to put the ball over the net.
Yeah,
Bennett just inside their half, gets it through. Sayers puts it to Coppinger, great ball into Bennett to Brown swerving it, and a great save by Jones. Beautiful swerving, got the ball about 15-20 yards outside and swerved the ball in, and Jones made a fantastic save in the Lake Norwich goal. Great effort there.
That was great. Jones.
Yes! What a corner there! Ball swung in, and there he was again. Corporal Jones, Captain Marvel, assistant manager. 17 minutes of the game gone. Fantastic corner coming in, and there's Rob Jones. 1-0 to Doncaster Rovers, currently top of the table.
Absolute goal machine. I just saw the corner come in then. Fantastic ball in by Cottrell again. That's another goal he's been involved in. Snow in it. It looks a bit. Visibility's deteriorating a little bit though.
So if you look at the active the league table, Doncaster Rovers are now top of the table, lads out there and lasses. So you're enjoying the commentary here on Rovers Players. Scoreline: Doncaster Rovers 1. A great ball there. Chris Brown is 1-on-1. What a great ball by Cottrell. And yes, there it is. Chris Brown makes it 2-0. Absolutely brilliant ball. The linesman kept the flag down. Chris Brown so calm and collective, unlike me. But what a ball there through by Cottrell. He was just inside the Lake Norwich half. Ball cut inside the defence. Orient were looking for an offside there, but the linesman on this near side, Lake Norwich players not contesting that. It was definitely onside. Cut through inside. He was about 30-35 yards out. He ran with the ball, ran into the goal mouth. He drew the goalkeeper. He saw it and he nutmegged the keeper straight through his leg.
Rovers entered 2013 with a bang after an unbeaten January. They only dropped points, coming in a fiery South Yorkshire derby against Sheffield United. The month also saw the departure of manager Dean Saunders, who left for Wolves after the victory over Colchester United. Former Wales and Wrexham manager Brian Flynn took the reins and guided Rovers to a dramatic win at Stevenage in his first game in charge, with captain Rob Jones grabbing a late winner.
See this out and try and get hold of the ball.
Oh, inflicted towards Bishop, it's gone in! Oh, that's a quite extraordinary move from the throw in. One touch football, clipped the cross in, and Bishop just flicked it towards goal. And Gary Woods, well, he sort of jogged towards it, didn't he? And then he was left to watch it sneak into that bottom right-hand corner. It's not going totally to plan. 35 minutes on the clock, and Bury lead by that goal to nil. They've got a corner on this near right-hand side. We know Doncaster, the last away game, they came from behind. They'll need to do it again. Corner, it's gone straight in! It's gone straight in! The left-footed corner! Oh, what a catastrophe again! From Doncaster's point of view, Joe Scarth, the left-back, will claim it. There was somebody at the back post who's claiming they might have got a touch as well. I think it's Nicky Jose, but it's gone over the head of Gary Woods. It's 2-0 to Bury. Adams again. What has been good about Crawley has tended to come through him, and that was another threatening ball. Oh, what a fantastic hit by Simpson! Well, Crawley break through in style, thanks to their captain.
Well, first genuine moment of quality and creativity in either final third. And it leads to a goal, and what a wonderful strike from the skipper. Once again, the threat comes from Nicky Adams, running with the ball. Really, Paul Quinn and McComb should not be letting him inside. Plays the crossing, and Brian Flynn will be really disappointed with the attempted clearance. Rob Jones can't get enough on it, falls straight to Simpson, and you will enjoy this because it's a pure strike. And Gary Woods in the goal, absolutely no chance. Richie Barker and his team, their noses in. I was just going to say that, I think a lot of the home truths came from the players, didn't it?
Cotterill away from Sparrow. And here's Coppinger, chance on here. Oh! Not going to come much closer.
Well, I really can't tell, if I'm honest with you, whether this is a cross to try and find a teammate or a shot. Timed perfect, he's onside. I think he's trying to square that, you know, for Billy Painter. And I don't think the pitch helps James Coppinger. Let's have a look. Yeah, it pops up just as he's about to play it.
Coppinger, Cotterill, promise here for Doncaster. Well, useful delivery and an equaliser. It was Husband arriving. His first goal for Doncaster Rovers, and isn't it a timely one? Back on terms, not long before the break.
Oh, that'll feel like a cruel blow to Crawley, but you have to say it's good play. Painter wins the flick on Coppinger. Good touch. Brings Cotterill into play and then heads for the box. They've got plenty of bodies in their attack in that, but it's Husband at the far post. I'm not sure Dumbuya is any idea that Husband is coming in behind him. He doesn't. Pays the price, the right back, for not being aware that his man was coming in at the far post. Really good header from James Husband. And we're all square.
Well, it's a switch of position that is. And if they are to stay in touch with the playoff picture, 3 points would have been very handy for Richie Barker. Doesn't look like it is to be. It's looking an increasingly distant prospect despite their games in hand. While for Doncaster, it is another opportunity missed as far as taking the leadership of League One is concerned, but they showed their resilience again to come from behind to earn a point. James Husband's first goal for the club with a header just on the stroke of half-time from a wonderful delivery, arrived late back post. Doncaster had to defend doggedly at times in that second period as Crawley took the game by the scruff of the neck without producing in reality all that much in the final third. McAllister, left-footed, good delivery, decent delivery, bounces just in front of Woods, who drops it, it's in on the rebound, Yeovil ahead, and it's that man Paddy Madden who can't stop scoring. It's his 11th goal in the last 9 games, and Rovers are behind with 5 minutes on the clock.
The right back is making a lot of the tackles made to him. I think the fans have been booing him quite often in this half because he's...
Bit of quick thinking by Tommy Spur, quick throw, Husband, Painter, oh, he's missed an absolute sitter. Coppinger with the header from the edge of the box. You will not get a better chance than that all season from Billy Painter, who's missed an open goal at the back post from literally 2 yards out. It was a bit of quick thinking from Tommy Spur, wasn't it, with a quick throw, released Husband, who had time to pick out Billy Painter, who had the goal at his mercy. And he found the frame of the net. Rovers building down the right. Coppinger, back heel, Quinn in an advanced position, clips it into the box, gets a second chance, but it's behind Lundstrom. And away come Yeovil, picked up by Keegan though. Now Husband, who's been good, drills it, saved by Steck. Coppinger on the rebound, corner. Rovers are raising the stakes just as we head into first half stoppage time.
Yeah, and Husband's caught that really well.
And it comes. Painter with the header, downward header, he scored it! A much difficult header! Rovers are level in first half stoppage time.
I mean, we've got a free kick here, so hopefully we'll...
And it comes from Cottrell towards the back post. Bounces, Tommy Spur can keep it in, he loops it back, Jones with the header! Chance of the second half for Rob Jones on the edge of the 6-yard box, unchallenged.
We think Billy Painter took quite a bit of a knock the other day, but he is on the bench, so hopefully it's nothing too serious for Billy. But Hume comes in after quite a few weeks out, so it will be interesting to see how he manages to start today. Certainly up there, I know he's got Coppinger there with him, but he's kind of up there as the only striker here today. I know Coppinger's up there, but he's more predominantly a winger. And it's Ian Hume who plays it into Husband at the moment, just outside. Husband lines up a shot and he's hit the bar. And the keeper's totally beaten there, and I mean, it's an absolute brilliant effort from James Husband, 20 yards outside, just on the left, and we'll do well to get on the end of this. Cottrell's ball is in, and it's met McCoombe. Jones has gone in and he's hit the post. Oh, and he's hit the post Jones. It's headed on first from McCoombe. Jones stretches out the leg and it's beat the keeper again, and for the second time in the match, Doncaster hit the woodwork from the Rovers centre midfielder, who I do feel we've missed probably, until the last match. Just his energy and his, he likes to get on the ball, he likes to make things happen, and as we've just seen, he likes to put in a tackle.
That was he jumped in there. Yeah.
He's going to go.
He jumped in there. And
there's a red card here. Well,
it was a bit harsh. He jumped in with both feet, but I don't think it was a red card that for the Shrewsbury midfielder there.
Now to Sayers. Sayers looks up, feeds it early into Ian Hume. Ian Hume's got plenty of time here to run in. He's got left to him if he looks up. Ian Hume's not looking up, he's going to go himself, and he's left it in the end to Husband, who plays it in. Yeah! And there's a chance, and it should have been a goal there. I think it's a save in the end, but Rovers will be wondering how they haven't scored through David Cottrell.
Rovers are really getting a foothold in the game, and the creating chances. John Lundstrom has just been magnificent as Cottrell goes through on goal and he gets a shot in. Oh, the keeper saved it. It's Coppinger. Comes out to Husband, and he scored! Husband scored! What a fantastic goal by Doncaster Rovers. 2 shots on target, and James Husband puts the ball into the back of the Shrewsbury Town net.
Oh, brilliant. That was absolutely fantastic. We thought that the chance had gone there. The ball came across, there was a bit of ricochet in the goal mouth, and Doncaster Rovers put that ball away, and James Husband on a bit of a roll at the moment. That's 2 away games on the trot. He scored now. And it was, Shrewsbury did well there. There was about 4 players sort of closing him down. He was having to go onto his wrong foot. He cleared it up the line, and then when it came back to him,
and Eves has got a chance on the edge of Rovers' box. He's got his shot away, and Woods has made an absolute howler, and it's gone in on the 89th minute. Gary Woods he's had nothing to do, and he's just switched off. He's straight into his palm and he's dropped it. And Woods, he's made a clanger, but Rovers are going to get the ball in now. It's cleared away again, but only as far as Husband to get the ball in again. It's a great cross in, and it's come out, and there's a chance for Bennett, and it's deflected in! Kyle Bennett wins it for Doncaster Rovers! Kyle Bennett gets the deflection, it goes into the top corner, and Doncaster are allowed to make up for it! Gary Woods is thrilled as him and McCoombe celebrate just inside Doncaster off. Well, Kyle Bennett's coming for some criticism. He's had a bit of luck with the deflection, but he's got what looks to be, and I want to say looks to be, the winner, and 3 points for Doncaster Rovers here, Matt.
Following on from the previous month, Rovers opened February with back-to-back defeats. First away to Bury before League One's form team Walsall beat Brian Flynn's side at the Keepmoat. However, Rovers recovered and ended the month at the top of League One, having gone 4 games unbeaten, with a last-minute winner at Shrewsbury seeing them end February with a victory.
And now Hartlepool have got a chance to come right, and they do that. And this is the best chance so far, and they've come back inside again. Franks looks to beat. Lundstrom gets a shot away, and Gary Woods, well, he has it covered in the end. And Rovers are just happy just to keep the ball here, and they're not. Rob Jones likes to go long now and then, but at the minute they're just happy to keep the ball as Jones gets a chance to go forward with the ball, and he's got an option to come short, and he does. He gives it into Ian Hume, who manages to turn on it. Ian Hume now has got a lot round him, but he's got some space here for a shot, and Ian Hume puts Doncaster Rovers 1-0 up.
with a fantastic individual effort. Rovers played the ball well. Rob Jones is going to get an assist, but Ian Hume takes 3 players out of the game. Cut out well by McCoon, but Hartlepool gets a chance to come forward, and a back heels well read by Paul Quinn, who has a chance to break for Rovers here. Gives it to Cottrell, who's got plenty of time to go forward. Gives it into Quinn, who straight first time ball into Coppinger, and Rovers are in a good position here. And Coppinger just allowed the ball to run a little bit too much. But as ever, Ian New manages to keep the ball alive, and it's Lundstrom who hits the post. Comes back out to Coppinger, who has a shot, and James Coppinger is offside. And in the first place, Lundstrom got a shot away there, Chris. Horwood looks to come down his line to Monkhouse. Monkhouse goes up with Quinn. Quinn does well and wins the header. Lundstrom now to Cottrell, who does well beating one man. He's tripped a little bit, but he stays on his feet. He's played it into Hume, who plays a very good 1-2 with Cottrell, who feeds Husband out on the left. Husband has a shot and it's deflected, and it's come to Coppinger, and it's going to go in! James Coppinger! Well, we just discussed this influence of Rovers of late, and he's been very good today, and he's got a goal, and he's hopefully give Rovers the cushion they needed after, well, Hartlepool had the best chance, and Rovers get a 2-goal lead, Chris.
That's another fantastic, well, the first goal was a fantastic individual goal, but that was a fantastic team goal.
As Humphrey looks to just chip it back in, and Jones this time can't win the header, but he does enough to allow it to go out of the box, but it's chipped back in, and back post is Howard, and Howard, well, I was about to say he's allowed to score, but in the end he should score, and Rovers get away with it, and it goes out for a goal kick. Ian Hume, Billy Painter's going to feel he wants to be starting games at the moment, and he's going to be confident with having a run, and it's flicked on, and it's almost come to Painter again after Sayers missed the second header, and Spur gets it back, and Husband's got a chance now to run. Instead he chips it in first time, and Painter's got a good position, and Painter scores, and it's a fantastic header as he does his normal little celebration. And well, Rovers deserved a third goal. Billy Painter deserves a goal, Chris, and he's got that. And after that header he missed last week, it's a good header this time. He's got time to think about it, and well, the keeper's got no chance with the header, and a fantastic delivery from James Husband.
Rovers players are just coming out onto the pitch, knowing a win today will put them 4 points clear of rival Sheffield United, who will have a game in hand. MK Dons now get it out wide, and there's a chance for a ball in. It's going to be whipped in. There's a chance at the post, and there's a header against the bar from low, and the ball that's been tapped in, but it's been ruled offside, and Doncaster Rovers get away with that one as the linesman's flag is up. Now MK Dons have got it again, and they've passed it into the feet of Ryan Lowe, who's had a shot, and this time and Woods has spilt it, and McLeod taps it in. This time there is no flag for Rovers, and they do find themselves 1-0 down on this occasion. MK Dons have a throw in, and it's Chickson plays it 1-2 before crossing the ball early on. McLeod wins a header, but can only put it to a Rovers defender who managed to get it half clear, but it's headed it back in by Lowe. Comes to McLeod, and now there's power of a turn and a strike, and it's 2-0 to the MK Dons with a stunning strike from number 17 Powell. The MK Dons now just keeping the ball and frustrating Rovers, and there's a chance to keep it here, but instead they've gone for the long diagonal. It's into McLeod, who heads it down. It's a good knockdown, and there's a chance, and it's a third goal for the MK Dons. It's actually scored by Gleeson, who's just come on as sub. He's just come back from a long injury spell, received a huge ovation, and scored a third goal to top off what is now a nightmare night for Doncaster Rovers, who won't be going 4 points clear.
Coventry come out with the ball, and it's Stewart. He looks what's in front of him, nothing's on, so he's going to look to come back inside, which is what he does. He gives the ball to Fleck. Fleck looks up, switches it wonderfully to his right back Christie. Christie takes a good first touch, shapes for the cross, but instead comes inside, puts Husband on the floor almost, and then has a shot, and he's beat Woods at his front post, and Coventry City take the lead through right back Christie with a fantastic solo effort. And now Rovers come forward. Coppinger plays it into Hume, but kind of gets it stuck in his feet, and that comes back to Coppinger, who plays it to Husband. Husband gets it onto his right foot, has a shot, takes a deflection, and Murphy just manages to prevent the ball from going into the top corner from a Husband shot, which would have got Rovers back in the game. And Gary Woods goes long from the goal kick, and it's to Tommy Spur, who takes it down really well chests it inside actually, to Cottrell. And now Cottrell's running at the Coventry defence. He looks to shape onto his right foot, does so, hits it from 30 yards, and Murphy can't keep hold of it, but he's going to be allowed to pick it back up before a Rovers player can get there. And now Tommy Spur goes for the long throw. In fact, no, he doesn't. He goes short to Cottrell. Cottrell gets onto his right foot again, has another effort. This is better, but this time Murphy's equal to it and manages to push it away from the goal mouth. And now Ewan looks to cross it, but it's headed away by the Coventry defence. And it comes back to Furman. Furman gives it to Cottrell. Cottrell looks what's in front of him, gives it to Furman, who slides it through. And now Coppinger's on, and it's a 1-1. No, it's not. It's going to be ruled out for offside. Doncaster Rovers thought they were level through Coppinger from a fantastic ball by Furman, but the linesman's flag has ruled it out. And now Cottrell whips the free kick in. It's headed up, but it's not really cleared by Coventry. In the end, they managed to head it out, but it's only as far as Furman, who's going to strike it. And Furman, he beat the goalkeeper Murphy, but could only hit the post. Rovers started the month with an emphatic home win against strugglers Hartlepool. However, Flynn faced one of his toughest tests yet, as Rovers were convincingly beaten 3-0 at the MK Dons before facing automatic promotion contenders Bournemouth just 4 days later. Rovers stood up to that challenge and returned back to Doncaster with all 3 points thanks to James Husband's last gasp winner. 2 games later, and Rovers completed a double over rivals Scunthorpe United, cementing top spot.
Navarro plays it. We tried to play it out left to Rooney, but Rooney missed it, and Griffin played it inside to Bennett again. Bennett inside to Coppinger, who's played it out wide. Griffin's played a great ball into. Is that a penalty? Griffin's played a fantastic long ball forward towards Furman, and Furman's got a touch before the defender, and the defender's took him out. That had to be a penalty, surely.
Yeah, well, the contact, I mean, as you say, it's the defender can't pull out, but at the same time, Furman gets a touch, and there's no argument at all that the defender, I think is it Ward, I think it is.
I think Ward,
who just runs into him because he can't move out of the way. But as you say, doesn't matter. I don't think it matters that Furman may not have got a chance from it, but he's took the ball down, and I mean, there's been enough in it because the referee's had to stop a play for an head injury, so he must feel there's been contact.
Back to Griffin again. Can he get the ball in? No, he's gone back to Cottrell on the right. Cottrell tried to play in Griffin, but he's got just played through him. And Cottrell's won the ball back on the edge of the box. Cottrell plays it inside, and it's it's off the line. It's off the line. Nearly put into his own net by Flint, and it's a foul by Brown on Flint there. That was Cottrell's pressured the defender. I don't know. I think it was McCormack at left back, and he's won the ball. He's ran into the box. He's on the edge of the 6-yard box. He's played it across the box, and there was Brown coming in and 2 defenders. I don't know if it's Flint or Ward who's got the touch, but it's.
Well, it's both of them there. It's hit one and been cleared by the other, hasn't it? And I mean, I thought it had gone in because I thought hitting the first one, the other one was behind the line, but the linesman was perfectly in line, so he's called it on being there. I wasn't. Cottrell now. The wall's creeped about 2 yards forward, but the referee's let it go, and Cottrell's gone for the shot, and it's gone up and over. It's almost that technique that we see used by Gareth Bale in a sense, the way in which he's got the ball to go over the wall and dip fast. It moved a little bit, and Fordingham in the end, to his credit, has watched it all the way and parried it over, but well, if Rovers don't get a win, they'll probably come away feeling they should have won, whereas against Coventry they felt away feeling they should have had something. So at the minute, Rovers are definitely the better side. And Flint goes up with Coppinger, which is as big a mismatch as Rob Jones and Coppinger in terms of who's been winning the headers today. And now Cottrell finds Spur on the overlap again, and Spur couldn't get the whip on the ball. Oh, I didn't say deflection, sorry. I thought he hit it better than it looked to, and Rovers have another chance for a whipping from Cottrell. And so far what seems to be working from these corners is whip and pace to the back post.
Yeah, definitely. I think we need to take one of these chances soon. It's sort of turning to one of them games where you just get a feeling that Swindon could just go down the other end and nick one. And
It's almost, if it were Rovers, you'd expect us to win it if we were Swindon, the way it's going. The corner is in by Cottrell, it's more stood up, but it is towards the back post, and McCoom wins his header, and Jamie McCoom gets the goal! And Doncaster Rovers get a 1-goal lead on it, 79 minutes, and Jamie McCoom, I said whip it to the back post. That's what Cottrell did. That's been Rovers' biggest threat in the last 15 minutes. Jamie McCoom does fantastic with a header, puts it into the top corner, and Rovers get that lead that they deserve. And now if they hold on, it could be a crucial 3 points coming for Rovers against the Swindon side that were looking for automatic promotion but haven't offered anything, and I'd expect Swindon to be making a change almost immediately on their bench, because they've offered nothing as an attack. There's 2 players stripping off to come on, so that could be a whole new dimension defensively for Rovers. But they're leading this game with 10 minutes to go plus added on time, and it's exactly what they deserve. Jamie McCoom, the Rovers centre-back, is the man with a goal.
As the match sponsor on the match, and I've got to Chris Brown, you can hardly argue. Well, then again, you can't really argue against any of them being man.
Yeah,
really.
that's the problem. Yeah, but the referee's not going to allow it, and Doncaster Rovers get a crucial 1-0 win. A fantastic performance, as good as we've seen here at the Keepmoat, probably in terms of controlling the game, in terms of ensuring they get a win. A clean sheet, everything you deserve. McCoom, for me, man of the match. He didn't get it, and Brown did. All the fans applauded Brown when he came off, so they probably agreed. But it's Doncaster Rovers 1, Swindon Town 0.
defeat at home to Notts County meant that Rovers went into the final day needing a point to clinch an instant return to the Championship. However, opponents Brentford knew a win would see them take the second automatic spot from Brian Flynn's side, but nobody could predict what was about to happen. Stand by for the greatest end to a season you will ever see.
Left foot curling into the corner, but he's just hit the top of the wall. I think it's not quite worked out for him there. But Brentford a chance here for him. Right, Phillips with a shot, and it's off the base of the post and away. Long ball forward from the keeper, as I was talking, flicked on by Donaldson. Phillips just getting in behind, gets the shot through the legs of the defender, and it hits the face of the post and bounces straight back to McComb, who can clear. But straight away a chance at the other end for Brentford, their first real effort of the game, and it's Brentford trying to do that right now as Forshaw gets into the right hand corner for Donaldson to chase. Donaldson gets around Jones, gets his toe on it, but McComb reads it, and via Jones the two of them just almost got it cleared. It's falling short in the box. It actually fell to the feet of Douglas in the box, and a gilt-edged chance for Douglas to get a shot, and in the end he's got his body position all wrong, got his foot underneath it, and he's lifted it over the roof of the stand, never mind the roof of the goal, and that's why there's the groans around us, because that was a very key chance for Brentford as Jones and McComb struggled to clear the lines.
Yeah, in terms of chances, I think maybe the one that Phillips hit the post, right, Phillips hit the post, and I think that might even be easier because he's coming onto the ball. It's only 10 yards or so central, and he's running onto it, no bobble, and he's just clearly got underneath it. And
Dean, the centre half of Brentford, is now playing as a fourth striker for them, although he's right out on the right wing, and it's the other centre half, O'Connor, who tries to find him with a long ball. He's up with Spur, wins it, gets it down into the box where Donaldson is. Appeal for a handball there against someone, we couldn't see who. Donaldson tries to wicket in. Dean's there trying to hold it up, keeps up in the air, high boot as a challenge, as appeals, and it's a penalty. Referee has given a penalty, but a high boot in the Rovers penalty area by McComb. I think it is a penalty to Brentford. 2 minutes of added time to go, if that.
A minute.
Just over a minute of added time, and the referee's pointed to the spot, and that is a penalty to Brentford. Spur is on the floor, dumbfounded by it. Rovers ball was just bouncing around in the box for a long time there as people tried to hook it clear, get a toe under it or something. In the end, someone's put a boot up there. We think it's McComb. He's caught the Brentford man, he's gone down, and the referee Michael Oliver's pointed to the spot for the penalty. By the letter of the law, it's exactly what it is, but it's a harsh one to face because there was all manner of legs and arms and everything bouncing around. Now we'll try and see what happens here. Debate over who's going to take it as Sullivan goes back to his line. The people around me, everyone in this stand is on their feet, including most of the press box as well. Hopefully you're able to see how it pans out. It's going to be Trotter who puts the ball down, and there's barely a minute to play once things get underway again. Everyone's standing, we can't quite see. I can't stand, so hopefully no one will. So it's a penalty to Brentford in the last minute of injury time here. Effectively, if Brentford score this, they will take the last promotion spot off Rovers. So it's Trotter who's getting ready to take it. I think Sullivan might have been booked there for God knows what as he gets back to his line. Still arguing over who's going to take this, Brentford. O'Connor's coming in to tell us, Donaldson's sulking and looking to the sideline. Rossler's giving instructions. They're all arguing, but it's Trotter who's lining up to take it, and Sullivan stands on his line. So Trotter puts it down to take it left-footed. Drives up to hit it. Does so. It's off the ball. It's away. He's missed it. He's missed the penalty. It's away. They've cleared it. They can't get it back in the box. They're trying to dribble it forward, and Rovers have cleared their lines. Trotter's penalty is wasted, and now Pater's away. He's crossing halfway. He's got Akers to run into. He's all alone. Tries to Cambridge. Cambridge will slot it home, and he does so. Cambridge has turned it into the empty net. It's promotion to Doncaster Rovers. Can you believe what's happened in this last minute here? A wasted penalty from Trotter. It's off the bar. Rovers have broken clear through Painter, and Cambridge has turned it away. And it is absolute bedlam to our left here at Brentford. The Rovers players are in amongst the fans at that end. Brentford are on to a man on the floor. Full-time whistle hasn't sounded yet. Full-time whistle has not sounded yet. And everyone is on the floor. Sullivan's on halfway celebrating. There's a flare being let off in the Rovers end, and I still don't think we've had full time.
No, I'm also going to get Chris to check what Bournemouth are doing and see if we may potentially be champions. And I'll just let you have a minute if you want, and then I'll take over for you. But Doncaster Rovers have gone from the agony of a penalty to ecstasy of
Well, promotion unless Brentford scored 2 in about 20 seconds.
Having come here on the back foot, Rovers look like they might have actually taken the League One title. What an incredible finish to this game. We're waiting for Michael Oliver to blow his whistle, but everyone, he does blow his whistle. Brentford right forward. There's still about 30 seconds to play here if they can, or 20 seconds. He hasn't. The final whistle goes, and that's it. Doncaster Rovers, in the most dramatic circumstances, have wrapped up promotion to the Championship. The referees run from the field, the police were on. There's no reason for them. The supporters aren't going anywhere, and Rovers are celebrating. Sullivan celebrates towards Chris Donald in the press box. He's disappearing because he's got a job to do down there. He goes on, but Rovers will celebrate, and they'll celebrate loudly at this end. The Brentford players, too, are man are dejected out on that field. They're on their knees, they're on the sat down on their backsides, head in hands. Brentford, with the goal gaping for them, promotion gaping for them. All Trotter had to do was tuck away a penalty with 30 seconds left to do so. He's gone for power, he's rattled it on the bar. Rovers have stuffed it clear, and then they've broken.
Can't believe it, to be honest. Especially when they got the penalty, I thought that was it. We're in the playoffs, and then within 10 seconds we were attacking, and to get the goal was brilliant.
Yeah, when it went in, what were you feeling when that goal went in?
Oh, honestly, I mean, I can't even describe it. Words can't describe it. Obviously, to get the goal and to celebrate in front of the fans have been brilliant all season. The lads have been amazing, worked so hard and deserve everything that comes our way.
Rovers have taken themselves into the Championship, back in the Championship again. As I'm talking here, the Rovers players are all in a huddle in front of that goal, bouncing up and down in front of their supporters, and the terrace is absolutely bouncing on that side as the rain comes down again here at Griffin Park, but that's not going to matter to anyone. Rovers are out absolutely enjoying this. What an end to a season.
After the dramatic final day scenes, celebrations went long into the night. Sunday these continued at the end of season awards. Due to the nature of the way the league title was secured, Rob Jones and his men couldn't get their hands on the League One trophy until 2 days after James Cockinger's goal. This led to a crowd of over 3,000 attending the Keepmoat Stadium to see Brian Flynn and his side receive the trophy and their medals. Rovers headed into April with promotion high in everybody's thoughts, and they didn't fail with their targets. Ending the month as champions in the last minute of the final day, they also won 4 out of 6 in the month. The season ended with Flynn's side champions of League One with the 3rd best defensive record in the division. Rovers also won more away games than anybody else in the division and claimed 9 points more on the road than any other side.
This is Rob.